Started here. Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Krista Erickson, and I am a sales manager for TTC Tour Brands. TTC Tour Brands actually encompasses six tour brands. Trafalgar, which I'm going to cover today, Luxury Gold, Insight Vacations, Brendan Vacations, Cost Saver, and Kentucky. Just mentioning those brands in case you happen to have traveled on any one of them. But today I'm definitely going to talk about Trafalgar. Very excited to talk about Trafalgar. It is my largest brand. We actually have product on all six continents. Over 70 countries and over 300 trips. So, what I'm going to do is just give you a brief overview of the brands. I'm clearly not going to cover all the trips that we do, but I'm definitely going to cover some of the highlights. And there's definitely some differences with Trafalgar that I think make us such a good product to tour on. Really, there's three words that you can use to describe a Trafalgar trip: ease, confidence, and immersion. So, what I mean by that, when you take a Trafalgar trip, you do not have to worry about how you're going to get from one city to the next. That is taken care of with our amazing transportation and the coaches that we use. They're very comfortable. The accommodations are all planned, that there's some meals included. The immersive piece is so important. I truly believe people want to go beyond the guidebooks, and I think we do that better than anybody else. And then just the confidence knowing, as a brand, we've actually been around for close to 100 years. So we cover all these different various points in different ways. So the first thing that I just wanted to talk about, when you take a Trafalgar trip, all those details are taken care of. And one of the things that we do on every trip is we include a travel director. So a travel director is somebody that you will meet that very first evening when you're on your trip, and they are with you from the start of the trip to the end of the trip. And I like to say they are your friends on speed dial, if you will, while you're on tour. So any questions that you have, they're there to answer for you. They're also incredibly knowledgeable. So, if you're driving by and you're looking at this beautiful Swiss town that's behind me, and you want to know what the name of it is, they're going to have that information. Or let's say that you are in Italy and you want to get some more euro, they're going to be able to assist you with Euro Cash. Or maybe it is an afternoon where you've got free time for lunch and you want to know what are some great restaurants in the area. They're going to be able to assist you with that. They're incredibly fun people and incredibly knowledgeable. We also have an entire team that is taking care of all those details for you as well. So you've got that travel director, and we always have a separate driver. So the driver will be responsible for the coach and making sure that it's incredibly comfortable for you. Our coaches are equipped with bathrooms and Wi-Fi, but please remember that a lot of the countries that you're visiting, especially in Europe, they're not very big. So you're not on that coach that long. But we've got a full team there to support you. When I talk about portage included, all you have to do is pack your bag at home. Once you get settled into your hotel, if it's a day that your tour happens to be moving to another city, the travel director will just say, you can leave your bag right outside your room, say maybe 8 in the morning. The coach is going to leave at 9, and they'll bring your bag down to the coach. So you do not have to worry about schlepping your bag. So it makes things very, very comfortable. We include a lot of experiences, but we realize too that people like some choice. So every now and then we include some optional experience as well. And I'll talk about what some of those may be. On every one of our trips, we include a Make Travel Matter experience. And this is about our sustainability efforts. So it was about 15 years ago that the company decided to partner with the United Nations. The United Nations has 15 sustainable development goals, and on each one of our trips, if it's got a Make Travel Matter experience on it, it will match one of those United Nations sustainable goals. So this particular picture that I have here is myself and the wonderful Marta. Marta, she is the last female Italian hand loom weaver in a beautiful, beautiful beautiful part of Umbria. So it is just outside of Florence, and she works these amazing hand looms with her feet in her hands. So there's no mechanics there, and her workshop is actually a beautiful 15th century Franciscan church. So the foundation has the Tread Right Foundation. They back all of our Make Travel Matter experiences. They put on a new roof because it is a very old Franciscan church, like I said, from the 16th century. So they put a new roof on it. To watch her work, her craft is absolutely amazing. It's almost like poetry to watch her hands move and her feet move and come up with these incredible designs. And some of the patterns that she uses are a few hundred years old. So it's truly quite amazing to watch her work. And of course, at the end, we are left with some great retail therapy time. So if you're interested, you can buy some of her works, which I did right there with that picture that I'm sharing. We also, with Trafalgar, do something called Be My Guest. And this is unique to all of our Trafalgar trips. And this is where you have a chance to meet a local in their home or place of business. This is one of my favorite things on our trip. This is on an Italy trip. This is actually in Tuscany. The woman pictured here is Giada Landi, and she is an amazing chef, and her family is the 12th generation of her family living in this ninth century Tuscan manor that you can kind of see there. And her home is just outside of Florence, Italy, and it was pretty amazing. So when I did this experience, this Be My Guest experience, it was in the fall. So the colors were very similar to what you're seeing in the picture here. They were green and they were gold. And, the coach shows up to her villa, which of course, when we get out, we're greeted with something sparkly because we are in Italy, and we had some amazing tasting wine as she showed us around her home. In the dining room portion of her home, there was an amazing Venetian glass chandelier. I'll never forget it. It was quite stunning. But what was really interesting is when I first met her, she was showing us around. She was dressed in the outfit that you see there. And I thought, this is an interesting hostess outfit. But what she said to us is, you know what? I gotta go. I'm cooking your meal. And she cooked her very famous and amazing chicken Chianti. So her husband helped serve, her nephew helped serve. It truly was a family affair. And it was just a lot of fun. It was just so much fun to talk with the locals in their home. And that's what a Be My Guest experience will be. This is a Be My Guest experience that we do in Norway. We visit the Ovry Eide farm, so you get to see an actual Norwegian working farm. And he's also a great cook. He makes some amazing apple tarts. So that's another fun experience. It's right outside of Bergen, just maybe 15 minutes outside of the town. This is another experience that we do in Croatia. This is also visiting a family farm. Here we're tasting their homemade grappa. Every country has their drink, and in Croatia they call it grappa. This is a vinegar tasting that we do in Greece. I don't know if anybody out there has had a chance to do vinegar tasting, but it is really interesting. There's some really good vinegars, believe it or not. And not only are they good with bread, but they're also good with other foods as well. And they'll kind of walk you through the process and their distilling process. And again, it's family run, which makes it really unique too. Oops. And then the local secrets. So, what are some of the things that we do and that we include? So, when you're looking at an itinerary, you're going to see something that says dive into culture. And these things are included. And this would be you're going to sit port at Sandeman. And this is on our Portugal trip, our best of Portugal. In the town of Porto, there is a very famous port maker called Sandeman. You might be familiar with them. They have the cape and the black hat. You'll have a local specialist show you around the distillery, and of course, you'll get to try some yummy port. This is on our Prague, Vienna, Budapest trip. We visit in Vienna the Kunststories Museum. If you've ever been to Vienna, or if you're familiar with the city, it's part of its creation really has to do with the family of Habsburgs that ruled that area, Austria-Hungary, for hundreds of years. And they actually had to build a massive mansion or home, if you will, estate to hold their artworks. And now it's turned into this beautiful museum. If you are interested in a cooking class, we do offer a cooking class in Paris on our Paris Explorer. And this is with the chefs of Artillerie. Sorry, I'm butchering that French there, but again, it's just a great way to get into the culture. We also we have some great Ireland trips. Ireland continues to be very popular. Um, Amazing Ireland itinerary, which I actually love that itinerary. It takes you all around the entire Northern Ireland and Ireland, all the way around the country. Total of 14 days. It's a great pace. You spend 2 days in each city. This particular experience, you actually get to try out the ancient form of Irish hurling, which is a very, very common sport in Ireland. Not so common here, but really fun to try out and learn while you're there. This is another really cool thing that we do in the Black Forest. So if you have any interest in Germany, our Best of Germany, we spend a night in the Black Forest. And this is an area where they make cuckoo clocks. So we have an experience where you learn about the history of cuckoo clocks and the making of cuckoo clocks. And this picture is actually one of the world's largest cuckoo clocks. It's the size of a house, and it's pretty cool to see. And then connected to it, or just right in the same area is the hotel. It's beautiful. It's in the Black Forest. There's all kinds of history there. And of course, you're going to get to try some of that yummy Black Forest cake. We do have wonderful trips to Asia. So I wanted just to, that's why I threw this slide in here as well. I know Japan has gotten really popular. We have a few trips that include Japan, and one of them goes all year round. This is, I believe it's called our Majestic Japan, and you visit one of the stops, of course, is Mount Fuji. You're not going to climb to the top, but you are going to have a station visit where you have great views of it, of the mountain itself. We have wonderful trips to Australia and New Zealand if that's on your bucket list. This is in Uluru. This is in the very, what they call the red center of Australia. And this is the a very famous sacred site for the Aboriginal people, and this is Ulu Rock, and we'll visit that in the center of Australia. And there's the Field of Light. There's actually a light show that goes on in the evening around it, and it's quite beautiful with the different stars. Of course, keep in mind that Australia has the Southern Cross, so you're in the southern hemisphere, so the sky looks very different. It's also part of just an amazing experience visiting Australia and New Zealand. So remember I said we had those optional experiences. So we include lots of things, you know, the city tours, those dive into cultures, the Make Travel Matter experience, and the Be My Guest. But sometimes we'll toss in something that you can do additional. So this is on our Spain, Portugal, Morocco trip. You have a chance to watch a flamenco show. And we actually visit the Christine Harine Foundation, or excuse me, school. And it is a school where they teach flamenco. And you will get to watch these performers as they show you the mastery of their trade. It's pretty amazing to watch. And you get a little demonstration, a little explanation before you watch the performance, which makes it even more special. We also have family trips. Families like to travel with other families. So if that's something you're into, we've got family trips. This is our gladiators and gondolas in Rome, and we will take you to a gladiator school, your family in Rome. And if you're also on this trip, we have a pizza making class, which is kind of fun. I know these say family fun, but any ages can take these trips. I love to say Trafalgar is a great product for ages 5 up to 95. We also include something we call Stay with Stories. So a Trafalgar hotel is going to be a solid 4-star, 3.5-star hotel globally. But we do like to throw in a 4.5 or 5-star hotel, and that's something we call Stay with Stories. This is on our Wonders of Italy itinerary. This is in the town of Assisi. Lots of history in Assisi, and we stay at the Hotel Sinancola, which is a former monastery. So it's absolutely beautiful. You've got the mountains in the background, and Assisi is just a beautiful, beautiful town. So it really takes it really takes in the history of that area, and it's quite beautiful and serene. It's a great place to relax. Talk about beautiful and serene. This is another stay with stories that we use, the Hotel Zermatt Ambassador in Switzerland. This is in Zermatt, which, as you know, you take a cogged wheel train to get to, and this is an area that it's a there's no cars in this little area, so it's absolutely beautiful. If you're lucky, you can get some good views of the Matterhorn, but Zermatt is just a stunning area, and the hotel itself is beautiful, and the Swiss Alps are beautiful. It's a beautiful place to go. This is a Hotel Geringer. This is again in Norway, and it is on the Geringer Fjord. The fjords in Norway are absolutely stunning, and this is the Geringer Fjord, and this particular property is right next to town. So you can tootle on into town, and it's also next to a tram that will take you up to the top of the fjords. One more stay with story. This is Ruthin Castle in Wales. They do performances here. This is also on our Castles and Kilts itinerary, which is Great Britain. But it's just a great property and it's a lot of fun. They have a medieval banquet performance, so you have your chance to try mead. So a lot of fun for everybody. Italy continues to be a very popular destination. I just wanted to go over some of the different titles. So if you see something that says Best of Italy, Best of France, Best of Portugal, that's really going to give you a great deep dive into the country. We do have a couple of trips that are our train travel. So when you see something that says contrast of Italy or contrast of Switzerland, that means you're going to be traveling by train. So typically you take a coach from one city to the next. Here you're going to be doing it by train. And you'll have a coach once you get to that city, to get to to get you to your hotel, to get you to, like your Be My Guest that you're doing, but you do travel from one city to the next by train. And then we do have different styles of travel, and you'll see that when you're looking at the itineraries with your travel advisor, if you're looking online. You'll see, for example, this Roman highlights. This is something that we call at leisure. And an at leisure trip is where you spend anywhere from uh, 3 days on up to 8 days in one city. So this particular itinerary, you start and end in Rome, but you spend 6 days in a spa town in Montecatini. So from there, you kind of get out and get to do things. So you'll go see Pisa one day. Another day, we offer a cooking class with an Italian chef. They send you off into the market with a list in Italian, which makes it kind of fun. You come back with your ingredients and you learn to make some amazing Italian food. And of course, you get to eat it and enjoy it with some amazing Italian wine. Other trending destinations, I talked a little bit about Portugal. Portugal is an amazing country that continues to be really popular. Ireland is also very popular. We've got several itineraries that include Ireland. I believe about 20 itineraries that include Ireland. So we've got some that do the entire island that I was talking about, like Amazing Ireland. We've got some that are really short, like maybe a 6-day trip. And then my sister company, Brendan Vacations, will do other styles of travel besides coach. So if you do want to do like a private chauffeur or self-drive, ask your travel advisor at Global Connections Travel to help you out with that. Greece, another popular place. We have a Best of Greece. You can add on cruising the islands afterwards with a 3, 5, or 7-day cruise. We also have something called a Greek island hopper, and this is where you start in Athens. You spend a couple days in Athens, and you take a high-speed ferry, and you spend a couple days in Mykonos, and then you take a high-speed ferry, and you spend a couple days in Santorini. So another different option for you. I love to say, if you don't believe anything that I'm saying or talking about, please check out our review site. Overall, out of 5-star, we're very proud to say we get 4.6 stars on all of our trips. So we've got a great customer satisfaction score, and we're very proud of that. I also wanted to mention too, because this is new, Trafalgar is now on the water. We're very excited about that. It's the same Trafalgar product that you know and love, and we are starting in April to offer river cruises on the Rhine and the Danube. Um, the first one that I've got up here is the best of the Rhine in Amsterdam. You start and end in either Amsterdam or in Lucerne, and you can do a pre or post in Lucerne. What's really unique about this itinerary and what I love is whether you're starting or ending in Amsterdam, when you're in Amsterdam, we're going to put you at a hotel in the city center of Amsterdam because where we actually catch the river, the Rhine, is about an hour away before you cruise on down. So this way, we're not bussing you back and forth. Keep in mind as well that these are going to be small ship experiences, so just 128 passengers, and the guest to client ratio is going to be 1 to 3, so 3 guests to one client. And you can see some of the different cities that we will be visiting here. And then on the best of the Danube, we start in Prague and in Budapest, and you can do pre or post on either end. What I wanted to mention too is on these river cruises, we're still including the Be My Guest, which is very special to Trafalgar, and that's where you meet that local in their home or place of business. So in the Wachau Valley, which is in Germany, next to Passat, or no, excuse me, it's in Austria. You will be visiting a local winery. It's organic and it's family run. In fact, it is one of the oldest wineries in Austria, and that, of course, is included with your trip. So we've got an amazing sale going for the launch of our River Cruise product, where you can save $750 per person or up to $1,500 a couple off. So please take a look at that for starting next April and then going all through 2026 and beyond. And we also are offering Christmas markets for both of those itineraries as well. Just a little shortened one on for the Rhine. The Christmas markets start in Switzerland. So in regards to tours, we're also offering some great deals. So right now we're offering some last minute deals. So if you want to travel, September, October, November, December, we've got some great deals for you. So you can save up to 15% on a lot of tours that are departing this fall. And we also have rolled out something that we're calling our price drop promise. And this is where if you do book a tour this fall up through September 2nd, and you book and pay in full within 7 days, and you're traveling in 2026 on this particular itinerary and the price goes down, we'll match that price and give you a full refund. All you have to do is just reach out to your advisor at Global Connections Travel. And we're very excited too to have a special promotion for this consumer webinar for Global Connections. So if you book a trip within 14 days, you will get $100 off per person on your itinerary that you book. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you for your time this morning. If you have any questions, I can answer a few of them now, but of course your expert is your travel advisor at Global Connections, Inc. And I do have the phone number listed there, 913-498-0960, extension 7900. So you can definitely reach out to them. So I appreciate your time and thank you so much. And I don't know if there's any questions, you can pop them in the chat. If not, please feel free to reach out to Global Connections and happy trails, everyone. Thanks so much.